back on the business portal. I'm Boom San Agustin, and this is SME Forum. And we left a question hanging, but before that, for those of you who are going to text in or call in a question, for the best question of the day, we're going to give a gift. And what gift is it? Well, Raju has volunteered to give you one of the CDs, yes. Well, these are not the only 2 CDs he has. He's going to give you one of those CDs as a gift for the best question of the day. As an additional gift for the, well, we'll be giving 2 gifts today. I'll be giving away another ticket to the best workshop ever on November 20 and 21 at the Makati Stock Exchange for free.
Wow. How much is it worth again?
It's worth 3,999 pesos.
Wow.
All right. So you're going to get 2 gifts today. 2 callers will be getting
just for asking a good question.
Yes.
Can I call in?
Yeah.
No, you may not.
Yeah, that's what
You're a guest, okay? So, all right. All right. So I left the question, what are the legal challenges you faced when putting up a business here? Mika.
I think there is two aspects. The first aspect, in fact, from my experience, the first one was the administrative side, which
yes.
can be very complicated for somebody who doesn't know how it's working. And I say that when I compare to, by example, to European countries, where procedures for creating companies are quite more simple. Quite more simple. I was lucky to know very good people who helped me with that and teach me. They taught me exactly how it was working, so it was easier to understand.
Okay.
But for somebody who's just arriving and wants to create a business in the Philippines, I will say good luck.
So it's frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's because basically, from what I'm reading here, it's more, you're saying it's because of lack of knowledge rather than just being plain difficult.
I would say it's both way. First, it's not always clearly explained, and after when you know and you understand how it's working, you discover. I will take a very simple example. You want a business permit.
Okay.
You need to deal with the city, the building, the mayor office, and many others,
Like that, yeah.
So, for me, coming from Europe, it looks like a lot of papers, because at the end it's more or less all similar. All similar. There is no, for now, there is no simple way to do it. So that's the first aspect. The second aspect is, depending on the type of business you want to settle in the Philippines, there are many rules in terms of ownership.
Okay.
By that I simply mean the share you can own in a company as a foreigner will be different depending on the kind of business.
Yes.
I was lucky with that. Is in the Philippines there is good benefits to bring BPO businesses and IT businesses. So it's making things more, I would say, more sexy.
More sexy.
Yeah, easier.
Only the French would use that. Yes.
No 4-letter words here.
So that's the good side. The good side of it. And I'm not sure it's easy to. How can I say that? I'm not sure it's well known.
Oh, yes.
It's well known abroad. It's known when you are living in the Philippines, knowing as soon as your business is based on export, you get some incentives. But as a foreigner when you arrive in the Philippines, or even if you from your country you start to get interested in settling the business in the Philippines, that's not something you already know at the beginning.
Okay, so how about you, Raju? What's specific? I mean, not just challenges, but also good
Let me
stuff.
give you the bigger perspective on this, because I have worked hand in hand with DTI for the longest time, and BOI, so they're all friends. Pe de los Reyes and Mar Rojas, we've kind of been chumps, no? Number one is ownership of company, equity. So you have 40/60 only if you are doing business locally and generating an income locally. So if I'm a foreign company and I want to, say, put up a shoe shop, and I'm going to sell to Filipinos, then I can only own 40%.
Yes.
But if I'm going to sell my shoes to America, then I can own 100% of my business, plus I get incentives for generating a dollar income.
All right.
So that's ownership. It's a challenge. You go to US, any Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's not a four-letter word, by the way. Tom, Dick, and Harry can own a business, even a small one, 100%. So that's US, that's Singapore. We don't have that here because some of our laws were made in the 50s, no? So they are being corrected right now that they will allow small business ownerships. The challenge there is that the setup of the business scenario in the Philippines is that there's only 5% large corporations. 95% is all small businesses. So when a foreigner comes in, he's either got to be big business or he's either got to be 100% export generated income. So the other 95%, a small guy comes in, he has a challenge. That is the specific challenge. And as a foreigner, you cannot open up a restaurant and own it 100%. So that maybe, if it's worked out, then the ease of doing business in this country will jump up several ranks. So that's the thing. But again, you've got to look at it from a positive perspective, that challenges in terms of owning and registration may be hard, but putting up a nice Persian grill in Greenbelt gives you good income because you have lesser competition. So that's the plus side.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting because most foreigners or more, even some Filipinos that I know don't know this aspect. We always stick to this, what we call the 60-40 rule.
So there's 100% ownership as long as, actually 90% of your income is generated overseas, not 100%, 90%. So if I make jackets, for example, if I export 90%, then I'm allowed to do 10% locally. That means my overruns, my leftovers, or maybe I just need to test my product in the market. So you can do that. So plus you get incentives from BOI.
Oh, fascinating. Wow.
Call centers, all those buildings, lesser taxes, lower wages, lower power rates, lower utility rates too.
Oh, really?
In EPSA.
In EPSA.
EPSA and all those buildings that are now EPSA certified.
Are you EPSA certified?
No.
No.
PESA, I'm sorry.
Oh, PESA.
Yeah.
No. So you should work on that then.
Yeah, but it's very similar to the BOI incentive. Those are very similar, and you don't need to get both. It's either BOI or PESA. The good aspect of the BOI is you are not you have a wider choice of location offices, not like the PESA where you have some more restricted area where you can get that incentive.
Oh, okay. So wait, do you have any questions?
Yeah, interesting. Now we're actually shifting from the negative aspects, the challenges. Now we're moving to the positive side. Yeah. So would you encourage other foreigners to do business here, and why?
You want to go first, Mr. Dorchan?
I let you the honor.
Go first. You want to go first or me first? Or me first? Yes, it's been my advocacy for the longest time. I used to chair the Filipino-Indian Business Council from the year 2002 till 2009. I just surrendered the chairmanship of that thing. And I've been always inviting, especially in my case, Indians, and of course when other Asians come in, that come and put up your business here. Number one, see, there's a lot of land. You just move out of Metro Manila, property rates go down like 500%. So if you go to the provinces, you can own land. You can get, lease property for the lowest possible way. And there's a lot of talent here, which you cannot get anywhere in the world, and English-speaking talent, right? So if there are minor hurdles about registration and a certain legalities with the barangay and the municipality, etc., once you overcome that, then it's a flight. It's a flight. And it's safe now. You know, people think it's unsafe. It's safe to do business in the Philippines. So I should invite. In fact, Obama should be listening to them on this one. Yeah.
I think he is. I think he's watching. No.
Anyway, we've got a texter.
Yeah. But Mika, we want Mika's opinion.
Go ahead. Let's no. Let's hear the.
Would you encourage?
The texter, don't worry, we'll get your message through.
Would you encourage fellow Europeans to come over and do business?
Yeah, absolutely. I will just to add a little bit more to what has been said, because I totally 100% agree with that. The only thing is I will add is foreigners coming in the Philippines should find the right, should spend the time to know the country, to get a good network, and to get somehow good advice on how to settle the business in the Philippines. As long as that part is already handled, it's not really a big deal anymore.
Ah, cool. So you invite them over to tour the country first, or tourism first, right?
Yeah, to understand, it's basically to understand the culture, to understand...
it's build a network also.
Yeah, build a network. It's not all about Metro Manila. Philippines, it's not just Manila. And that's something very, very important.
Wow,
actually, the name Manila is more popular than Philippines.
Yeah.
When you go outside, you say Manila, everybody knows. Anyway, we've got this texter.
Yeah.
His question is, I didn't get your name. By the way, could you text back your name and location? But the question is it hard to work with Filipino employees? What can you say about Filipino people as employees? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, why not? Well, let's start with you, Raj.
You know, you've heard of the thing called work-life balance.
Right?
Work-life
balance.
In the States and Europe and other developed countries, they have this family day and try to relax and be unstressed in your work life.